Hi, welcome back to Empowerment Dose episode number 13, which is about Mind to Encoded to Success, part 6. And today we are going to, talking about a very important subject about your subconscious mind. Now, subconscious mind is very complicated and huge and heavy subject. So I try my best to keep as simple as possible. So we already seen, I'll try to share quickly here the presentation, just to remind ourselves that we already, okay, so that's the presentation there. And that is our poster for this episode. And this is where we already covered. The Mind Encoded Success actually is like a journey. I'm welcoming you to this journey. It's not like you see the first series or you see just one part of my video and then you understand everything. In order for me to explain a very important part, a very important model from my own experience, which is in the last part, you need to go through all this. Yeah, so that's why it's very important. So last empowerment dose number 12 that we have seen the comfort zone. So we already start to self mind encoded and then comfort zone. And now I'm trying to introduce to you these 8 powerful mindset in order for you to use the Me2success the model correctly and maybe like in a proper way. So let's move on. In this episode, we are going to cover video. First of all, I want just to understand how the brain is work. As I told you, it's a very complicated subject. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. So this is a short video. Okay. Another, then I'll explain about the power of 2 minds, and then the unconscious mind, and the last not least, the powerful technique that how we can program our subconscious mind. Okay, so be with me, hang up with me, hang on. We have a quote here: subconscious mind is ruled by suggestion. It accepts all suggestion. Be careful what you wish. So it does not argue with you, it fulfills your wishes. This is honestly, if you experience something in your life that it happened and that you thought of it before, that is a powerful subconscious mind. So if I feel that I'm going to participate in the marathon and complete it, that is subconscious mind. Okay, if I seeing myself completing the project, that is the powerful of subconscious, because it will make you to complete one way or another. It's very hard for us to wake up at 4 o'clock, yes or no? Who's waking up 4 o'clock? Just 4 o'clock fresh, you wash your face, you wear your clothes, and you're ready to go out. But mind you, when you have a flight at 6 o'clock early morning, 4 o'clock you already wake up without any problem. So you're going to miss the flight. So this is our mind in simple way, I can say. So let me try to share this video right away to understand how our brain is working.
Particularly when we have to concentrate and think about something. Problem solving or making a decision not only uses more brain energy, it also can be a slow process. So our brain seeks to conserve energy by developing efficient ways of operating. One way it does this is through conscious and subconscious processing. Our brain seeks to automate much of what we do to save us time and brain energy. These are our brain's subconscious processes. They take care of our basic life functioning, our fight or flight response, and our learned behaviors and habits. We don't really think about these things. They just happen on autopilot or have become second nature. In fact, up to 95% of all our behaviors and reactions happen at the subconscious level. Our subconscious is also involved in the recording and storing of our experiences and knowledge, forming our memories. These are stored in our brain like photos in a picture album, which we can refer back to later. The way we think and feel about these experiences forms a frame around the photo. This is how we give people, objects, or events meaning. Over time, this is how our attitudes develop. For the most part, our subconscious processes help us navigate the world efficiently. Yet sometimes we might develop unhelpful habits or attitudes that prevent us from achieving our goals. This is where more conscious thinking can benefit us. Our conscious processing involves our higher thinking capacity, where we can be more mindful and considered in what we think, feel, and do. We can use conscious thinking to reprogram our subconscious and change our thoughts, attitudes, and habits. While thinking consciously takes more energy, it is how we take greater control of our brain and achieve our goals.
Okay, so I hope that video is clear. It gave us a quick view of how our brain is working. So you can see the conscious mind is commands, but subconscious mind obeys. Yeah. So and the subconscious mind actually is the more powerful. Okay. Also, conscious mind is command. So we need to send a correct command. Even the command in your mind that says, "Oh, this is not possible. How?" But then there's a technique how to do that. So the conscious mind, let's treat it as the gardener planting the seed, and the subconscious mind is the garden or fertile soil, okay, in which the seed germinate and grow. So imagine that you keep planting a wrong seed or not the seed, healthy seeds. It cannot grow. The subconscious mind is there, just receiving whatever you planted. So this is the sample that I know many of you already have seen this. The power of the two mind is almost similar to an iceberg. We'll compare the similar to an iceberg, that the smaller portion above is a conscious mind, and the below is subconscious mind, you know. So you don't think that, oh, this is a small iceberg, but down, if you see, is much bigger than that. So the great majority, of all the things going on is going in our unconscious mind. So Freud is the scientist and the person who have done the research on this, and he's the one who gave the example of an iceberg. He compared the human mind with an iceberg to be able to describe how the mind actually works. Well, Freud, they tell us there's a 3 level of consciousness. CPU. Conscious is a small, pre-conscious a small, medium, and unconscious innumerous. It's a bigger part of our CPU. So unconscious mind, okay, the unconscious mind is the one thing that we are unaware of and cannot become aware of. That's unconscious mind, which is down the iceberg. And the conscious is the small part. It's a conscious mind. The small amount of mental activity we know about, which is thought and perception. Okay, and then you come subconscious memory and stored energy. So as you go down, that we have our fears, our violent motivated irritation, which is immoral argues, selfish need. This all is under us. Okay, so we have to be careful, the conscious mind, what is thought, because it's the all other things are down there. They're just waiting for us to explore. So the conscious mind, the conscious is small, as I said. This is the part of the mind that hold what you are aware of. That is a conscious. You can verbalize about your conscious experience, and you can think about it in logical fashion, so there's no problem on that. And the precautions is a small part, is in between the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. So this is ordinary memory. So although things stored here are not in the conscious, they can be readily brought into conscious again. You cannot, like go down unconscious to use the unconscious mind. Now, here the good part. There's unconscious. There's Freud felt that this part of the mind was not directly accessible to awareness. It's down there, but not many people that they can access it. I mean, in part, he saw it is a dumb box of argue feelings and ideas that are tied to anxiety, conflicts, and pain. These feelings and thought have not disappeared, and according to Freud, they are there exerting influence on our actions and our conscious awareness. So sometimes, like, this is the thing that we are not successful in completing something, or we are where we are now, because of all our previous action and what you're thinking about, what people will talk to you about. I mean, people, maybe they will see you differently. You stand up on the stage, making your mind, oh, okay, maybe they don't hear me well, or maybe I'm not speaking properly. I mean, just try your best to pass the message. Myself now, in my subconscious mind, I don't know, this presentation, episode 13, will be okay. People will understand. So there's a lot of things going on, but still I need to focus. Okay, it will be okay. The message I put it here, the effort I put it here, it will deliver answer. People will appreciate. So you have to know that there's only 10% is our conscious mind, and 90% is our subconscious mind. Can you believe that? And then we just left aside without using the power of subconscious mind. When I say the power of subconscious mind, that's today you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, we are in autopilot. That I gave you before. Driving a car, your self-confidence, emotion, resistance to change is an autopilot thing that it cannot trigger until we have something come out from conscious mind. Yes. So this is try to explain more. Okay, we have conscious control, willpower, analysis. This is the I'm trying to compare with the iceberg that we spoke about. So how we'll practice then our subconscious mind so that we can send only positive vibes and in command it to our favor? I mean, Hassan, you will ask, Hassan, this is confusing subject. Find out from more, from the next slide, by the way. Okay, we'll make sure that this is an interesting video. And when I present the video, I always give the reference where I got it, and you're most, to go to the link and even subscribe. I myself am subscribed there. I'm not associated with anything or with any video that I show. Is just what I find that people, they seek knowledge, but it's very hard for people to find a particular, less than a 5-minute video to watch it and gain a knowledgeable thing that what they are looking for. Yeah. So this is also my job to bring about right to the point videos or right to the point information, and at least we understand where we are going.
Brain can sometimes have difficulty programming what you want to manifest because of the reality you currently see in front of you. How many times a day does the average person allow themselves to get into the vibration of being what they really want to be due to external noise? For most, the reality of everyday life is the dominant information stream that is worked with, which in turn keeps it as the existence that is experienced. However, there is a way to program behind-the-scene reminders in the subconscious mind so that it works to manifest what you want even when you're not consciously focused on those things. In psychology and neuroscience, there is recognition of what is known as spatial memory within the mind. Spatial memory is the part of memory responsible for recording information about one's environment and spatial orientation. This memory runs almost purely on subconscious patterning once established. What this means is, a large part of your mental power is dedicated to learning the layout of your environment and remembering environmental markers. For instance, you can recall the locations of hundreds of different spots around a city without having to know the address. The brain can also remember the location of thousands of items around the home. For example, if a friend were to ask you for a glass to drink out of, or a screwdriver to fix something, or a towel to dry their hands, you'll most likely have an answer due to the spatial memory that you have. This is one of your mind's built-in cheat codes that can be used to manifest more of what you want from life. Use the following exercise to supercharge how your mind relates to and memorizes your desires. Number 1, pick a familiar place that you know well and can imagine without much of a problem. For example, the inside of your house, your office building, a favorite park, or even the layout of your neighborhood. Number 2, imagine yourself walking a specific path in this place that you know so well. Take the time to get a vivid account of you moving through this environment, recalling everything you know about it. Number 3, think of something you want to manifest for yourself. For example, this exercise works particularly well with attracting abundance. Begin to imagine $100 bills scattered down your sidewalk and driveway, or see your kitchen counter as being made up of money. Replace all of the windows in your neighbor's home with $100 bills. See the leaves on the trees as bills of money, and the acorns on the ground as coins. Within the environment you choose to use, replace normal, everyday items with your intended manifestation. If you desire something other than money, and you have a difficult time coming up with an image to relate to it, you can use words to set a trigger for your mind. For instance, if you're interested in attracting a relationship, place the words, I am in the best relationship, or I am love,
Affirmation.
or any words that resonate
The
with
same
you
as
into
affirmation.
specific places in your environment. You can use a billboard that you see every day, or put it as the title of a magazine that's on your coffee table, or place it as the label on food in your pantry. The main consideration is to let your imagination do the hard work for you. The more absurd and noticeable the image is, the easier it will be for the subconscious mind to set it as a new marker. This technique is often used by memory champions to program their minds because it doesn't take years of practice to accomplish the results. In fact, it works quite quickly. They call it creating a memory palace. This is because the subconscious mind associates what they program in their environment as something tangible. It relates those things as real. With this exercise, you are connecting what you desire with a location that the brain is familiar and comfortable with. Being that your mind understands spatial memory in such a dynamic way, it will remember that your object is there, even if you don't physically see it yet. This creates a subconscious environmental marker that runs in the background. It simply forces the spatial memory part of the brain to recall what you want automatically and believe in the validity of it. In other words, it will relate that item as real in your environment and go to work to create it for you. With this type of
So, I have to. Okay, great. Really, this is related to my real life experience. Maybe I did not tell anybody, and I would like to share with you guys. Actually, in our house, a long time back, we used to have a pet as a cat. Cat as a pet. So we used to have a cat, but for a long time. So I have a family now. I have we grow up and have fun, but I never see any cat in our there, and nobody can imagine because my partner, that she's afraid of cats. She's when I suggest it, it's out of question. So I imagined that there was a cat in the house, and really, really, I used to imagine there will be a cat in the house. This is last year, before even COVID, and I don't know, somehow we got a cat from the street. Someone brought it, and we like it. We all of us like it, the cat, and they brought it to our house, and then so now we have a cat. So I was like, oh my God, is that the powerful of my subconscious mind or what? Because it was out of question to have a cat in the house. But somehow the cat is here now with us. She was like maybe 4 days, 5 days old, and now almost 9 months now is with us. So this is incredible. I mean, so anyway, my favorite personality about this subject is Dr. Joseph Murphy, and I read his book also, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. He explained many situations and a lot of things that even you cannot sometimes grab it in your normal mind, So this is one of example. Remember always that you are seeking, he's also seeking you. And whenever you want to sell a home or property of any kind, there is always someone who wants what you have to offer. By using the power of your subconscious mind correctly, you free your mind of all sense of competition and anxiety in buying and selling, a house. So this is a good example. And I end up here today, and as I always, I put the reference there, and I'm insisting to look for the reference. And this is where we are now, episode 13. We covered subconscious mind. The next episode we're going to cover belief mindset. Yeah. So I'd like to thank you very much. I hope at one point the voice is clear, because I forgot to put my headphone there. So yeah, see you in episode 14 for the belief mindset, and rest assured that this journey, when we complete, and when I show you the mind encoded to success, the model, you'll be amazed and appreciate all this episode. Thank you so much, and see you.